Timon?
Yes, Pumbaa?
I think we forgot Matt.
No. So Matt is not joining us this part. Thanks to Mephiles the Dark, we're in the present.
Oh no,
What?
not the present!
I thought you were...
In the present year, where the
For a
grass
minute, I
is
thought you were about to say, thanks to Mephiles.
in the present year, where the grass is as flat as
I was about
cardboard.
to say, because...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's flat as cardboard. That's my joke. Anyway, moving on.
This is so
And unfortunately, unlike with other people, whenever we time travel now, the two of them got separated. This is never going to happen again, which is going to make me realize one thing that this this game...
It may as well be a
story,
movie.
It may as well be. Just how much gameplay I get in. One thing that I don't like about this game is it does not do time travel like proper, or it doesn't do it well.
No, it really doesn't.
No.
That's an understatement.
Anyway, we're welcome to Soliana, the land that whole Crisis City would become one day.
First, I need to gather
It's time for us to go see the Iblis Trigger. If this whole area looks like a big frickin' blank wasteland, it's because it is.
Yep.
It's very apparent when you're playing as Silver, because, well, how fast you're going. Nothing you get from here to now to the end of the game is really gonna mitigate it.
Nope. I'll try and cut around it as I can, but
Heck, some would argue that even with Sonic, it's pretty bad.
and I love it when
Yeah.
you get to these big areas like this
Yeah.
where that mini map does jack crap.
Oh no, it really doesn't.
I
Yeah.
got a store.
Out in the middle of the forest? Jesus Christ!
Welcome. With this,
Now
I
it's
can.
about to say, what's it doing all the way out here?
Not sure. This will. I'll buy this, which allows me to throw everything I got, and this will allow me to grab a bunch of more things.
Nice.
So you actually use rings that you I think it's like whatever rings you keep from the stage without losing, you get, as well as depending on the rank of the stage, depending on the rank you cleared the stage with, you also get a bonus amount of rings.
Honestly, for all the things that Sonic 06 did, that's really not the worst thing they could do. Like, if they were ever to do a proper Sonic Adventure 3, I wouldn't mind them bringing that sort of system back. But just so long as the actual hub world itself is just contained enough where it's not,
There
well,
we go.
this.
I also love how they get. I also love how
Or if
there's
there's no
another
hub world at all.
I also love how there's an additional 4 digits of rings, as if they expect me to ever get that far.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, it has been done again. It's called Sonic Generations.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it worked better. But I will say, excuse me, Sonic does. You don't really need to buy a whole lot. You buy like 2 things, and they're usually cheap. Shadow and Silver are purely, I want to say, like if you just want to make the trip a little easier. Welcome to our second Silver stage before we even get to Sonic or Shadow chronologically. The Tropical Jungle.
Yep.
The stage is actually ridiculously easy. Check this. So, I'll say that this is the kind of stage where, like, there are a couple stages where, I just really, there are a couple stages where if you know ahead of time where the goal ring is, you can cut out a lot of the actual movement. Like, the level design really isn't that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
For Silver and, spoiler warnings, Rouge, it's not all that good. Sonic actually has a pretty decent time in this stage.
this way. Whee!
Looks like I can use
So see, we can go over here. Then I'm just gonna glide over to that checkpoint. We just skip that whole section to my right. Then I know I'm hurrying, but the
We're
freaking frame
hurrying.
delay. Then I'm just gonna screw that section. I'm just gonna levitate this away.
careful not to fall in.
Levitating's a little bit odd. It works kind of like the flying in Sonic Heroes in that it only drains as you're moving, and you have to give it time to recharge before going again. Please leave.
Go
Love
away.
is right. Okay.
Next.
Easy does it.
And boom.
Hey.
Probably a joke I wanted to make a little earlier. I gotta say this increasingly obvious, otherwise I'll forget in the next 2 seconds.
That's pretty much every character in this double damn game.
Yep.
Sega scriptwriters back in the day really aren't. Well, okay, I shouldn't say like the actual scriptwriters themselves. I would say more so the translators were pretty bad. Because again, they just state the increasingly fucking obvious
the-
without any context.
Oh,
What
The hell are you
Hello.
doing in here?
How'd you get in there? Get out of there.
You can't even shock him.
you found my
Oh, gosh.
hiding spot.
We should
Sorry,
just
back
leave
to you,
them alone.
James.
But yeah, no, like, it's funny thinking about it, because like I think back to Sonic Heroes, and we all remember that glorious little self-destruct thing in the final fortress. Like,
Oh boy.
click on this button, it'll self-destruct. Then boom. I didn't think it'd self-destruct. Again, that was all on the English division's part. Like the actual the actual Japanese dialogue was a little more tongue-in-cheek about that, which made sense. But like, yeah,
It's like
it makes it funny. But it's like, oh, I didn't think it'd actually do it. I was bluffing.
yeah.
yeah, it's like why'd he put that in his ship?
I think it was like Tails. Yeah, Tails was like, why would you put a self-destruct out in the open anyway?
Yeah, which they made a reference to in Sonic Boom, kind of like, yeah, bad news, Tails. There's no off switch. Yeah, why would you put an off switch on a Doomsday device?
I don't know, unless you want to change your mind.
What the what?
Those enemies look like they're guarding that cave.
Most.
It seems I'll need to
So,
defeat them.
as you're seeing with Silver, a lot of, again, as I said, a lot of his combat requires objects. It requires pieces of equipment, as well as. But one thing I'll at least give it credit for. Oh gosh,
Whoa,
Whoa,
that's where
that
it
was
was last
close.
time.
I was wondering where it went.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Level's already done. You can also pick up the projectiles that they fire back at you, like missiles and laser beams. You can pick up laser beams, but you can't pick up small bullets. I don't know why.
You could
Because they're going too
you can pick up
fast.
the slightly bigger than smaller bullets, but not like the really smaller ones. Yeah, that doesn't make too much sense.
Yeah. Meanwhile, while Silver was off in the jungle,
Blaze was at the beach.
lucky.
So, this is the past.
Yeah, you've been here.
I
before.
wouldn't really call her lucky, but then again, that's with my own issues.
It's like, so this is the past. Looks around.
I hope
Kind of looks like a
Silver
bad
is
Shenmue
okay.
game.
He's pretty insecure when he's alone.
And to think a year later we'd find out that Blaze's world is
The
actually pretty damn
Earth is
tropical,
better.
just like this.
Yep.
Blue hedgehog.
Wasn't it like that in Russia as well?
We didn't get to see.
We
Blaze's
didn't really get
dimension
to
in
see
Sonic
her
Rush.
world in Rush.
In
Wait,
Russia, Russia,
Oh, that's right.
you
never
actually
mind.
go to her dimension in Rush Adventure?
Yes.
yeah, that's where the game takes place. In Blaze's dimension.
Huh.
I mean, I will admit, I will admit, of all the things
Blaze
that,
and the one little...
yeah, sorry, of all the things to expect from Blaze's dimension, I didn't think it was all like something straight out of Mega Man Legends or One Piece.
Blue hedgehog.
Yeah. So then,
I need to find
what a
Silver.
horrible.
And apparently you get to see a lot more of the people there as well, like the little koalas that serve Blaze, and the pirate raccoon that everyone insists we need to hate that they replace with sticks.
Oi, take that back, you bloke!
What a horrible curse for her to be in a giant water world and her main element of attack is fire.
Seriously,
Yeah.
makes you wonder how good
And a
her
cat no less.
makes you wonder how good her job she really was.
Well, it always confused me because it's like she's that realm's version of Sonic, but is also that realm's version of Knuckles.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
In a sense that she guards the soul
Wow.
emeralds, yeah.
That was weird.
It's like she's Knuckles in terms of her purpose, but Sonic in terms of, I guess, her personality.
Well,
Actually, not even
Not personality,
No,
more
not-
like
not
her
exactly.
speed.
honestly, no. Personality-wise, she's a lot closer to Knuckles. Like, granted, she's not exactly a naive idiot, but she was a massive shut-in. Like,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
didn't really want anyone getting in on her business. And Knuckles was sort
Yeah.
of like that too, up until he met Eggman for the first time, and we all know where that went.
If we can
Yeah.
talk about this briefly. Whoa, that dolphin just kind of was like, oh, I'm out of here.
Woohoo!
I got
Ow.
it.
It's like, oh, sorry.
Quite on the set. Oh, jeez.
And now Blaze is
The
invisible.
dolphin realized it was about to become a cameo in a Sonic 06. He was like, oh, I'm out of here.
Yeah, actually,
Done shooting on Tuesday.
looking back on it,
Crap.
like, playing as Blaze in this stage is great. Only downside is it's incredibly fucking short.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
And I guess, ow.
Come on.
Back up a bit.
Oh yeah, that is
Back
the
up
one.
so you can see.
That is the one downside to Blaze's double jump. Unless you've already got a decent amount of
Momentum moving forward.
momentum,
Momentum.
then it's going to be pretty dang slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any hooser.
Yeah.
We're going to see this a number of times, but a little callback to Sonic Adventure 1. But
Why?
done horribly because the platforming, because the movement is stupid in this area.
Yeah.
You can get tripped up on even
It
the
becomes a little
slightest
bit
plank.
more blame with Sonic.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we're primarily dealing with automation right now.
Yeah.
Because let me just tell you, there are some parts of the game where you don't even want to touch the controller. Do not move it, otherwise you will die. And then there are
Yeah.
other parts where you have to touch it, otherwise you'll die. It's
Pretty
weird
much.
like that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's
thank you,
weird.
Blaze. This is the one stage you're going to be useful in.
Sad to
Yay.
say. Like, after this, I think she only gets one more playable appearance, and that's
Yay,
it.
James.
Yeah.
I got an S for sad. Just
You got an S for
no.
superior. Are you kidding me?
But
How sad.
yeah, but let's just talk about that. That whole area we were in. I don't like the level design of Sonic because like things like the springs and stuff. Sometimes it just feels weird. Like objects were just put.
Oh, here we are.
We're back at the beginning.
Ah, we're back on track. Finally.
So now I was doing most of Silver's campaign. Again, you're going to see Silver's, Sonic, and Shadow's campaign interspersed. So now we've made it to the beginning of Sonic's campaign.
And there she is.
Actually, real quick, did you... Actually, I was about to make a joke, but then I realized we already made the Final Fantasy comparison joke.
Hi there,
Yeah.
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
But like the animation is, the CG is so amazing. Their budget was like 2/3 put to this cutscene.
Exactly.
And you know what? It's actually the same company that made the cinematics for Shadow as well.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Like at the very like in the very beginning and the end.
Yeah. Honestly,
And if you want to talk about... I was just going to say, if you want to go to better games, they were also the people that made the cinematics for X-Men Legends 2 and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1.
Nice. Meanwhile, yeah, she's having like a nightmare, imagining some
A
horrific
vision.
being that she thinks is scary, but we totally beat up in the first level.
It's all right.
Hello,
yeah.
Lacey Chabert.
Oh, that's right. This is Lacey Chabert.
AKA the voice actress. Or not voice actress. Wow. I forgot what character she played in Mean Girls. But she was the stupid one.
Wow.
I don't know, but to me, she'll always be Gwen Stacy.
That is
From Spectacular Spider-Man, anyway.
wow.
Or
That
in my case, the first voice of Meg in Family Guy.
That is equally surprising and not surprising at the same time. It also explains a whole lot. Oh, by the way, not violence.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez. That's right. The Sonic game has arrived. It was late. Here it is.
Finally, what we've been waiting for all this time.
These are my least favorite badniks.
And
I don't
actually,
like them.
real
There's
quick,
like no emotion. There's no style. It's just robots.
No, they're
It-
just robots.
It doesn't. The problem is they don't feel Sonic. Speaking of things that don't
Speaking
feel quite
of-
Sonic,
Yeah. Speaking of no style.
here's Dr. Eggman.
Oh, my.
Oh, it's the co-guest... Oh, it's the co-host of Mythbusters.
Oh my
Yes.
god, you're right.
I mean, this is what we call Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
This is what like
Yes.
he needs to be a more cartoonish person. You can't just have him look like that.
On top
You
of
can't.
that,
You can,
It'd be even worse with...
oh,
You know, it'd be even worse if they actually gave that same treatment to the animal characters of Sonic, but thankfully they
Hey!
decided, no, that would be kind of stupid.
yeah.
hey Sonic.
Huh?
And I love how she's remembering him as Silver, even though he clearly doesn't look like Silver. Sonic, go to town and just get my mind off of this.
And ladies and gentlemen, the only time in Sonic 06 where Sonic feels like Sonic.
Just look at this. He's all fun. He's doing a bow.
Yeah, I'll admit this actually
and
is
my
a
favorite bit
nice
right here.
Intro.
It is.
Going down?
Bye-bye.
Ugh.
And,
Mind if I?
Hey,
and again,
I was actually about to say, at least,
hey, not on the first date. And again, this game not being excluded. I still like Mike Paul because just this wasn't the best start to him.
of course.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair,
Silver finally found him.
to be fair, neither was Sonic, neither was Shadow the Hedgehog.
And Sonic's
I
entire
would argue
Sonic's
Shadow was probably a little...
and Sonic's entire career to go downhill now.
Yeah,
And it's
pretty
downhill.
much.
I was trying to do a countdown, but I kept stuttering. Dang it! And it's suddenly downhill.
Sorry.
Suddenly, Elise has freaking sausage tan legs.
Well, to be fair,
They
those
can't
are.
do leggings.
Yeah, I was about to say they were leggings.
Stockings.
Yeah.
The term is
Woo-hoo.
stockings.
And actually,
Right, stockings.
Actually, speaking of Elise, I just wanted to go back to Lacey Chabert real quick. I just remembered one other role that a lot of people know her as. Eliza Thornberry.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
forgot.
already okay.
Also,
You're
I don't.
right.
Also, I don't even like this egg copter. That thing should be crushing her. Also, she somehow had a Chaos Emerald. I guess.
She's always had that Chaos
Well,
Emerald.
she had that at the beginning, remember?
I know, but just makes no sense.
To
It
be
doesn't
fair,
make sense either.
To be fair, the whole thing about the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic, as far as I'm concerned, is that once they're used up once, then they're just like the Dragon Balls. They go flying away. And I guess at some point, at least, I actually got the blue one.
gonna say,
We'll
not
learn
all-
how she got that later.
Right, I was gonna say not only does it like throw them around, but apparently also messes with the memories of people, making them think like they're good luck charms and make them think like they've had them for years when they've only had them for like a week.
To be fair,
But
remember,
Sonic-
remember Big the Cat. He had
Sonic,
one.
That's true.
Sonic was too late. But meanwhile, in a different campaign...
Oh, nice.
Doop.
By the way, thank you for
killed
thank you-
Nicholas Trigger.
By the way, thank you for hello.
Hey!
Oh, hi!
About time I finally caught you again.
What?
Wait a minute.
How did you even
Oh
get
my
up here?
god, who are you?
Slapped.
Sorry.
Look at it. Look at. You know what? I feel bad with the motion cap. This is like.
Hey, where'd he go?
Oh, he's gone. With all the motion cap, this is.
Oops.
This reminds me of like the Disneyland mascots and how they would like overact, like when Amy was holding her head and he was like, "Whoa!" So it does not look natural at all. It looks like I'm watching two mascots, and it looks like I'm watching two fat people wearing two mascot costumes.
You know, thinking about it in hindsight, like, if this game was released, like, years earlier, like, right around, like, not long after Sonic Adventure 2 or whatever, people would maybe consider this as sort of an improvement, but in 2006, when we've already had the likes of, well, the other games, no.
I'm Amy Rose.
It just
We
looks
had
awkward.
well,
Yeah.
back in 2006 when we had freaking like Uncharted, it didn't work.
Or-
But
or- or-
meanwhile,
or-
I
that
don't think Uncharted was up by then.
meanwhile that same night,
Meanwhile,
that
in
was
the
going on.
frozen tundra, there's Shadow the Hedgehog.
apparently Shadow works for Gun still, or again. Because apparently people are like, Shadow the Hedgehog, no hard feelings.
Well, to be fair, by this point, he's put the past behind him.
Yeah.
And boy, did he put it behind him, because he's actually working for the same people that literally screwed him over all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you want to be a little bit fair, I guess you could argue Gun did as well, because there's actually a little bit in Shadow during the game's, I forget what mode it is, but it's the mode you unlock after you beat the final story, where it's kind of like basically basic Sonic level by level process, and you get to hear like little messages from all of the characters. You actually hear one from the Gun Commander, who's actually really apologetic about what happened, and actually stuff like, sorry Shadow, actually if you're not busy, we want to come over and have dinner with my family this week.
Aww. That's stupid but fun.
You think Shadow took him up on that offer?
I think he did.
I really want to imagine.
Why not?
I really want to imagine an awkward family dinner now. Like, so mashed potatoes are very good. Thank you. Anyway, so welcome to Shadow. So now welcome a little bit to Shadow's campaign.
Are those supposed to be motorbugs?
Oh gosh!
Thank you, cracking on the homie attacks. And the guy's like, I'm coming after you. Okay, let's do it for reals. So, Shadow, out of all the three characters, he's definitely the most combat-oriented and also the one who feels the laziest and wants to just ride vehicles everywhere because he's tired of using his feet.
Yeah, he kind of feels.
Well, the vehicles are technically optional in this instance, aren't they?
Some of them are.
Some of them are, some of them aren't.
Yeah, the sad thing is, like, as sad as it's gonna sound, sometimes the vehicles in this game, unlike in Shadow the Hedgehog, feel a little more beneficial than Shadow himself. Because honestly, Shadow feels like a middle ground between Sonic and Silver, in that, well, he's faster than Silver, but he's still slower than Sonic.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how many times I've like, as Sonic, run and almost like fallen off a ledge because like sometimes in this game you sometimes move too fast. But
I would still rather play as Sonic than Silver, or excuse me, Shadow any day of the week. 'Cause honestly, I'm not a fan of his gameplay style at all.
I like the oh, by the way, when you see a bunch of enemies, go for the commander. He's usually the different one. He'll kill them all at once.
Yeah.
And there's a teleport that'll take us to the next area of the game, of the level, because this level's not done yet.
We got out of the
Oh, hey,
Hey,
Angel.
Rouge.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Hi, Rouge.
Why you say no, Jordy?
It's because it's her former voice actress.
Sonic X voice.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. Also, I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now, and I feel bad for having to point out. Take it for what you will, because I'm like, wow, that they really weren't even trying to be shameless with this game. I genuinely think her chest is the biggest in this game out of every other game.
Oh my goodness, yes!
Well, it's also
Not quite the tone I was expecting in agreement, but I appreciate your agreement all the same.
I'm sorry, it's just
Well,
like...
I was actually more...
Nah.
Well, honestly, all I'm gonna say is that the only reason why it seems that way is because the only reason why it seems that way is because of Rouge's head. Rouge's head is smaller.
Oh, that is true.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, good point. Sorry.
Oh, lordy.
Yeah,
But,
all
yeah.
their head.
Honestly, I think...
Good.
I was about to say, if we're gonna... I find it ironic that I tried to get to this in Sonic Heroes, and yeah, I kept getting cut off, but now that's the perfect time to say it. I still think SA2 is where it's at its biggest.
Yeah, they are. Like, I won't lie. They do feel their biggest in SA2, especially when you take into account that's where the jiggle physics came into play.
Then I will say
Oh,
that
yeah.
they feel the most human-like in this game, and for a bat, that's not good.
No.
Oh goodness
Oh,
gracious!
That's kind of an overall problem with. Oh boy. That's kind of an overall problem with the Sonic character designs in this game. Like, the Sonic animal characters, they actually, for some reason, give human proportions, which is the explanation for, like, the more lankier-looking arms and legs.
Yeah.
I mean, lanky Sonic can work at times, but anyway, destroy the last watchtower, and
I would say
Goldwing should be behind us. Oh, my
Oh,
ride!
that works.
But you know,
All we had to do was just back it up.
Parking brake! Parking brake! Okay.
you know, I'm not gonna lie. I think it would have been hilarious if it was actually trying to back up towards you.
Oh, I think you can be pushed out of the way.
Ah,
You can be
shit,
pushed out of the way, but
Ah, crap! I knew I should have. I knew I was forgetting to turn on the emergency brake.
You forgot to put it in park. That's what.
backing up. Anyway, so
Backing up, backing
So with that-
up, backing up.
Anyways.
Anyway, so what
By
were
the way,
you after?
Rouge, where
Rouge?
did you get this?
Don't you want to know what this is?
No.
I think that's
It
what
looks
we
like
were
some
asking
kind of
about.
scepter.
My assignment was to rescue you, nothing more.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost forgot. Jason
With
Griffith's
you,
still
it's
Shadow.
all-
Again, I still am.
And Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, with Sonic, like I said, I'm okay with his Sonic. Shadow, I just think is fucking boring.
Uh-oh.
It seems they don't want us to.
In fact,
leave.
I'll honestly just get this out of the way. I think it kind of goes without saying, but I think 06 is probably where the voice direction for 4Kids was at its weakest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, welcome, meet the Ache Cerberus. This is technically supposed to be the second time you fight it, but for us, it's the first.
Yep.
And as I stated, with Shadow being the most combat-oriented, expect in his playthrough, in his campaign, you're going to meet like the upgraded versions of all enemies. You'll meet stronger robots, stronger demons, like we saw in Crisis City.
Well, I wouldn't
Even a
say
stronger
that.
Ache Cerberus.
I wouldn't even say that's even it's even that like that. It's more so that they just throw more enemies at you,
Grind.
or that
Come
you
on,
do
you
meet
nuts!
or rather that you do meet stronger
Oh
versions of
crap!
the enemies earlier.
Oh
Oops.
Yeah, it's not a simple solid rail like with Sonic. It's like divided into two. Anyway, back to you, Jordy.
no! No! I was just saying, oh no, because you were trying to land on the thing, but then all of a sudden you missed and got hit.
And
Yeah, sorry.
and also, unlike Sonic, where he actually has an exploit to make this boss fight go faster, Shadow does not. So he has to do it the long way.
Nope, no statues for us. Although I do try and use one of the statues in the Sonic one at least.
Honestly, I'm surprised you just don't use both.
I couldn't get to the other one. It kept like jerking away.
He
I
was
did use
being
one.
being
I'm kind of
uncooperative.
surprised that I'm kind of surprised the watchtowers don't count.
Yeah, that would well. I guess you're right. But then again, they're clearly in the way. And they look rather frail too.
Look,
Like,
and
look at that.
he just thrashed through one right there. They're paper to him. Oh god.
I would imagine like the metal door would be the statue hitbox thing.
No. Anyways, basically, the big trick is to once you get control of it, try and ram it to hit a nearby wall at a 90-degree angle.
Even
It
though
has
he
to be
said,
90 degree.
and even though he says the armor's gone, that really doesn't mean jack all because I don't think it's really that easy to actually hit wherever his armor previously
No, it's
was.
not. Wait,
You're better
where-
off following the same like the previous verse. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, other things I can talk about Shadow. So, one thing I never really liked is that they use the HUD in the lower right corner for everyone, regardless of its use. So it's a multi-purpose meter. For Silver, it's it's representative of how much levitation or telekinesis power you have. Move. For Shadow, as you kill enemies, you build up your Chaos meter, which allows you to use Chaos Spear. I thought that was something you couldn't use unless you were Super Shadow and Sonic Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, geez, missile. And
No, he can use Chaos Spears regularly.
okay, and
He
then,
uses I think he uses a powered up version of the Chaos Spear when you level up your gauge thing.
oh yeah,
or Chaos
Lance.
Blast.
Yeah, the Chaos Blast does. It's only honestly in this game, Chaos Blast is only by name because it doesn't really serve the same function as it did in the original.
No, it just makes you a little stronger.
Yeah.
And in some bosses, annoyingly enough, it is required.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who was required.
More like a
for.
Chaos Boost.
Mephiles.
Oh, right.
Sometimes you have to do it to actually reveal them anyway. June?
That's right.
Whoa, that was
Boom.
close.
But Other than that, I guess other things we can talk about real quick is, I just remembered.
come on!
I hate the fact that rings obey physics in this game.
Yeah,
You
they
can
also...
lose your rings.
Oh no!
Hello!
Crap. Yeah. With Shadow and Shadow only during
And
the
you're
final
close.
phase, the egg serpers can actually like throw you off of it, and you're supposed to do a homing attack. I wasn't ready, so we have to do that phase again.
I can't say that's actually happened to me.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me at all.
Well, happened to me.
Well, aren't you a lucky Jack 20?
Probably because you guys were able to ram into a wall before I could. Other than that, and just bear in mind, unlike in Sonic 2 or Mania, it really does not care who the heck is your like partner falling behind you.
Nah,
They do
No.
nothing.
they do nothing, and you can't. Even, the second player can't even take control of them.
Oh no!
No,
Oh,
almost got it.
oh,
Okay,
you redeemed yourself, man.
That's good.
Bullet
Got it.
dodged.
Come on,
hit
come
the
on,
wall.
come on,
Stop
come on.
ignoring me.
Done.
Yeah!
There.
Down with the egg Cerberus.
So I apologize for the longer than normal part. It was just hard to cut out this boss since I do kind of need it for cutscene purposes. So
That's fine.
with that said, bear in mind this is all just like day one. Silver Bean in the future coming back, and this all just being the very night of that big performance. Tomorrow will begin a new day, and tomorrow will actually be the frickin' start of actually seeing Sonic appear.
Yeah, we actually get to play a Sonic game.
Because apparently when Sonic was tasked with finding the princess, he decided to take a nap first.
Yeah, ain't that the smartest thing to do?
And he...
Yeah. So, with that said, Matt should hopefully be with us next time. Take care, and see you all in the next part.
Till next time, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I still don't do so well in crowds, Timon.